Hi, my name is Sarah and my channel is knottygnome Crafts. Welcome. My channel is all about sewing and styling a handmade wardrobe. In today's video, we're going to talk about my favorite fabrics for summertime. So I'm actually going to start with a fabric that does not make my favorites list, and that is your basic woven cotton. Now, it's not that I don't wear cotton in the summertime. I definitely do. I sew with cotton. It just doesn't make my favorites list because it tends to be a little bit too wrinkly. So that's why you won't hear cotton in this list, but otherwise let's just get to the ones that I really do love. And this is not a ranked list. I'm just going to share with you the fabrics that are my favorites for the summertime. So number one on my list is linen. I know that there are people out there who don't like linen, and I just don't understand those people because I absolutely love linen, especially in the summertime. It's breathable, it has wonderful drape, it has a beautiful texture. I think that's probably my favorite thing about linen is the texture. My personal style tends to be very casual and relaxed, but still stylish in my opinion. And in my mind, linen fits that bill perfectly. It just has this inherently relaxed style about it. This linen is actually, it used to be a skirt, and I decided I did not like the skirt, so I kind of took it apart and I'm planning to make a top out of it at some point. But I wanted to show you this specific example because it's already been washed several times because it was a garment. And I just love the drape of it. I love how it gets softer over time. And that is one of the other wonderful qualities about linen, as I feel like it ages sort of like denim. It gets more and more character as it ages, and I just love that about it. It comes in many beautiful dyed colors, but it also is beautiful in its natural state like this. And you don't typically see a ton of linen prints, but in my opinion, it's because linen doesn't really need it. That texture and the way that it takes dyes is kind of enough to stand on its own. It's a fabric that's good for many, many different types of garments, so it's appropriate for so many things: jackets, skirts, dresses, pants, shorts, like you name it, you could make it out of linen. So although I said that this is not a ranked list, I will definitely say that I really think that linen is my favorite absolute for summertime. I just love wearing it. I've made many, many things from it, and I will be inserting pictures as I'm talking about the different fabrics with garments that I've made out of this particular type of fabric. Number two on my list is rayon. And for me, rayon is all about the drape. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's flowy, it's soft, it's smooth. I really like working with things like rayon challis, rayon lawn, rayon poplin. I don't really love rayon crepe. That's the one type of fabric that is not really up my alley. I'm not super into that texture, and I also don't really like satin because I'm not into shiny fabrics, but kind of just your more standard typical rayon like this that you would see. I absolutely love this type of fiber. Rayon comes in so many gorgeous prints. There's just tons of it out there. There's lots of different price points, so there's something for everyone. And because of the drape, I just feel like it elevates your outfit and it takes it up a notch. When you have that like smooth drapey fabric on your body, it just seems effortless. Again, I think it fits in really well with that relaxed, laid-back aesthetic. Now, one of the negatives of rayon, which you can probably see with this piece of fabric, is that it does wrinkle. However, in my experience, what I have found is that yes, it's wrinkly, but when you put it on your body and like the moisture in the air and the heat from your body, I feel like it kind of relaxes a little bit, and so the wrinkles are less noticeable as the day wears on. Whereas with cotton, I feel like it's the opposite, that cotton, when it's wrinkly, it's just going to stay wrinkly unless you iron or steam it. And just in my personal opinion, in the summertime, I do not want to be getting out my steamer or my iron, so that is why I prefer rayon to cotton. And like I said, there's just so many beautiful fabrics available, and you can make lots of different types of garments out of rayon as well. You can even make pants and things out of something like a rayon twill, and I just think that it is a wonderful fabric for summer. Number three on my list is a fiber content marriage. It's the best of both worlds. It's the linen rayon blend. So what I love about the linen rayon blend is that it combines the properties of both that are so wonderful and makes something that's even better. Now, I have basically seen, there's always different percentages, but I've seen basically two different types of linen rayon blend. One is like this one, which has more linen and less rayon, or you can have the reverse where it's more rayon and less linen. And I think that both of them are wonderful. Whatever fabric is dominant, you'll get more of those qualities out of it. So this, which has more linen, it's more textured. It has a little bit of drape, but it basically behaves a little bit more like linen, but just it's more relaxed. It doesn't wrinkle quite as much. And this is a Kaufman Brussels washer linen. I really like this fabric. And then the reverse blend with the more rayon and less linen, it's super drapey and soft. It has almost sort of like a liquid feel to it on your body. But it has just a little bit of texture from the linen, and I just think that the blend is really wonderful and comfortable to wear. Another added benefit of the linen rayon blend is that it is often less expensive than 100% linen. So although I love linen and I have several pieces in my stash, I've made many things from linen in my wardrobe, it can often be pretty expensive. So by buying the blend, it's a nice way to get access to that texture, but just at a lower price. So now we're going to switch over to knits. So one of my favorite knits for the summer, or really any time of year, is the cotton spandex jersey. Now what I like about cotton spandex jersey is it tends to be a little bit beefier. So in my opinion, it's better for dresses than a rayon jersey, because rayon can sometimes just be super slinky and it clings to your body, and you can see all your lumps and bumps and like underwear lines. And I really don't like that. So cotton jersey is usually a little bit stiffer, a little bit heavier, and it's not going to show the outlines of your body as much. With a cotton spandex blend, it's really nice and stretchy, but it does hold its shape. And it has good recovery. And so like I said, it's really nice for something like t-shirt dresses or even just basic t-shirts. In my experience, it tends to wear better than a rayon jersey. Like, I don't know why, but a lot of the rayon-based jerseys that I've used, even the really high quality ones, they fade over time, they get pilly, but the cotton jersey usually stands up a little bit better. And the other wonderful thing about cotton spandex jersey is that you can find it in lots of beautiful prints. It's really hard sometimes to find knits that have wonderful prints if you don't want to use polyester, but cotton spandex is a really good base for that if you want to stay natural, but you also want access to all those lovely prints. Next up is another blend. It's a cotton modal spandex jersey. So what I like about this is it's another best of both worlds kind of thing. So you have the structure of the cotton spandex, but also the drape of the modal. You can also find things like cotton bamboo blends, cotton rayon blends. It's all basically the same sort of thing. So it just has a little bit more drape. So this type of fabric is actually my favorite for looser fitting t-shirts, things that you want to just kind of hang on your body, because cotton spandex jersey can kind of be a little bit stiffer. To me, it's better for things like boxier tees, but for things that you want to drape a little bit more, this is a really nice fabric. There are a couple of downsides to this fabric. It can be a little bit harder to find. I got this one from Style Maker Fabrics, and it's probably my favorite. It does come in a lot of colors, but it's not as common to find it in prints. It's often just more in solids. And the other downside is that it is expensive, but I do think it's worth it. I think if you made a beautiful drapey t-shirt out of this, it would last a long time. So I really do recommend this type of fabric. And finally, I think I have mentioned this before in other videos, but my absolute favorite rib knit is a bamboo spandex rib knit. It's a very specific sort of fabric, but there's a reason why I love it so much. So I think this is like a 90% bamboo, 10% rayon, and it comes in lots of beautiful solid colors. You can get it at places like Blackbird. I found it at fabric.com. I think you can get it at Emma One Sock. And the thing that I love about this particular rib knit is that it is super stretchy and has really good recovery, so you can make very fitted things with it, but it's actually on the thicker side. I mean, I'm not saying that it's like super beefy, but it's actually thick enough that I think that you can make dresses out of it, and it's not too clingy. It doesn't show too many lumps and bumps. It has a really lovely sheen to it, and so I like using it for things like tank tops or fitted dresses. It's a really lovely fabric. It has a beautiful drape, and it's super comfortable to wear. It's another one that unfortunately is fairly expensive, but if you keep your eye out for sales, you can usually get it for a little bit less, and I really do love that fabric. I've bought several different pieces, and I've made a few different garments out of it, and it's definitely on my favorites list for summer. So those are my favorite fabrics to wear in the summertime. Let me know in the comments what you love to sew with and what you like to wear, because I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you again next time.